question which is from quadratic equation. Okay, and the question is this. Okay, 4 to power x plus 1 plus 4 power 1 minus x is equal to, this is equal to 10, right? So this is the question, right? Now let us solve this. Already I put a source of this question yesterday, and I want to explain it in very much detail so that each and every step will be clear to you. Okay. Now, since this is a question of quadratic equation, we'll be applying it. But before that, when you see the question, you will assume that this will from exponents, power and exponents. Okay. But exactly this is right, because we will be applying the concept of exponents and power overall over here also, right? So what we will do, since 4 power x plus 1 plus 4 power 1 minus x equal to 10, just expand the given terms. When you expand the given terms, it will be 4 to the power x into 4 power 1. That means 4 power, when you just multiply both these terms, you will get 4 power x plus 1, isn't it? Since you know the formula a power m into a power n, when the bases are same and they are multiplied together, then their exponents are added, right? So we have used the same formula. This is the formula which is used over here. Okay, so we'll apply the same formula to break the second term also. So since the first term can be written as, since the first term, this was the first term, 4 power x plus 1, this was the first term, and this is written as 4 power x plus 1 is written as 4 power x into 4 power 1. Similarly, 4 power 1 minus x, right, can be written as 4 power 1 by 4 power x, isn't it? Hello Vino Vera, hello. Since this can be written, why? Because we know the formula. What is the formula? A power m divided by a power n is equal to a power m minus n, right? So we applied the same formula over here, and we get 4 power 1 minus x as equal to 4 power 1 by 4 power x, right? So these two terms can be written like this, and our equation will be looking like this: 4 power x into 4 plus 4 power 1 by 4 power x equal to 10. Now let us is equal to 10, right? Now let us do one thing. Let us assume 4 power x as equal to t. Let us assume it, 4 power x as equal to t. When you assume it, what will be there? Our equation will be looking like 4t, because this is t and this is 4. 4t plus 4 divided by t is equal to 10, isn't it? Now let us proceed further. When you just expand it, taking the LCM, here it's 1, so t will be into the denominator, and it will be 4t square plus 4 is equal to 10, right? When you expand it, or just take this denominator of LHS into the RHS, the equation will be 4t square plus 4, right, is equal to 10t, isn't it? Now When you bring this 10t into the LHS, we are 4t square minus 10t plus 4 is equal to 0, isn't it? Sorry. Now, expand this middle term or split this middle term. Then when you split this middle term, minus 10 is there. Minus 10 is there. Okay. So this minus 10 can be split into two parts. What? Before splitting, we can do one thing. We can just minimize this by, you can see, two, all these terms are divisible by 2. So 2, 2, 4, 2, 5, 10, 2, 2, 4. Then our equation will reduce to 2t square minus 5t plus 2 is equal to 0, isn't it? Now, when our equation will be looking like this, we will just do splitting the middle term. So this is the middle term, minus 5. Okay, when this is splitted into two parts, we can write it as minus 4t and minus t, because when you add it you will get minus 5t, right? And when you multiply it, minus and minus will be plus, and 40 into t will be 40 square, which is the product of the first term and the third term. This is happening into the splitting of middle term, and our equation will be looking like this. After splitting, it will be looking like this: 2t square minus 4t minus t. I am writing these two terms which we have splitted, plus 2 is equal to 0. Now, from these two terms and from these two terms, try to take some common as some single. Okay, so what we will do, we will take 2t as common from here. When we take 2t as common, right, we are left with what? T minus 2, right? And when you are left from last two terms, when you take minus 1 as common, you are left with, I am changing the pen just to make you understand and to make it clear, t minus 2, isn't it? And here you can see t minus 2 is common in both the terms, in both these terms. Here also t minus 2, here also t minus 2. So t minus 2 will be taken as common. So when t minus 2 will be taken as common, then we are left with 2t minus 1, and which is equated to 0, right? Now do one thing. Since t minus 2 and 2t minus 1 equal to 0, just remember t minus 2 and 2t minus 1. So I am writing it over here. Just a minute. It was t minus 2 and 2t minus 1 is equal to 0, right? So we can just equate the first term and the second term separately to 0. So we can write t minus 2 equal to 0, and parallelly we can write 2t minus 1 equal to 0, right? So the LHS will give the value of t is equal to 2, and this one will give, I'm just changing the color of the pen so that you can understand that this is for the separate one, 2t minus 1. This will give you 2t minus 1 equal to 0 or 2t is equal to 1, and which will give you the value of t equal to 1 by 2, right? And this can be written as, t can be written as 2 power minus 1, isn't it? When these 2 coming into the numerator, right? And the LHS is already into the form of 2 and is 2 power nothing, then we can say is 2 power 1, right? But what we did, we have assumed since we have assumed 4 power x is equal to t. This was our assumption. Since 4 power x was equal to t, you can see here 4 power x equal to t we have assumed, right? So that's why since 4 power x is equal to t, right, we can say that 4 power x equal to 2, because the value of t is calculated as 2. So you can write 4 power x as 2 square power x, which is equal to 2. This will give you 2 power 2x is equal to 2, isn't it? If nothing is there into the RHS, the exponent will be 1. Here we know that since bases are same, then the exponents will be can be equated. So this 2x equal to 1, right? So we can write 2x equal to 1. This will give you the value of x as equal to 1 by 2. Since this quadratic equation was formed, one value of the x is calculated, right? 1 by 2. Now let us find out the second value. The second value which we can see from here is that t equal to 2 power minus 1. So we can equate, since t equal to 4 power x, here also we will be writing 4 power x equal to the value of t, that is 2 power minus 1, this one. So this will be 2 power minus 1, right? Now when 4 power x, you can, it's written at 2 power 2x, right? It can be written like this, 2 power 2x. Why? Because 4 can be written as 2 square. I am explaining it again. And exponent x will be as it is, and 2 power minus 1 into the RHS. This will give you this. This is also the exponent, this is also the exponent, then both of these will be multiplied. Then we can write 4 power x as 2 power 2x, right? And this is equal to 2 power minus 1, right? So we know when the bases are same, exponents can be equated. So from here we can write this 2x is equal to minus 1, isn't it? Because this 2x is the exponent in the LHS and the base is same, and this minus 1 is the power of RHS when the RHS is 2, right? Since the bases are same, exponents can be equated, and there is only one term into the LHS and only one term into the RHS, right? So this will give you the value of x as equal to minus 1 by 2. So you can see we arrived to the second value of x. Since this was a quadratic equation, we can say 1 by 2 and minus 1 by 2 is the value of our equation. What was our equation? 4 power x plus 1 plus 4 power 1 minus x equal to 10. Yes. So let me write it over here. These are the solution for, yeah, this is the solution for 4 power x plus 1, right, plus 4 power 1 minus x is equal to 10. If this is the quadratic equation given to you, which was our question, right, then x equal to 1 by 2 and x equal to minus 1 by 2 is the solution. solution of what? This quadratic equation. And in this way we have solved this question. I hope you like it. If you find it useful, you can just like and subscribe. Let me show the complete page to you so that it will be clear. So this is the entire solution in front of you, where we solve like this, thereafter from this to this. And in this way we have solved this question. If you find it useful, you can just like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, students. Take care.